The Hebrew Israelites piss me the fuck off. I mean, you guys have enough, man. You have enough numbers to start actually making change. But y'all preaching hate. Like I was talking to this Chinese lady, right? And she was like, well, what about the Hebrew Israelites? They're racist. I'm like, we can't be racist because we've never stopped your race from succeeding. There's a Chinatown in every city. But then she was like, listen to them. So I go, she sends me a link. And I listen to this link. And in this video, the Hebrew Israelites are like, deaf to the Chinese, deaf to the Germans, deaf to the white. We're gonna do to the white man what they did to us. It's like, no.
I wanted to jump on the trend of the 50-year-old sharing their, this is me, 54, no filters. I usually use a filter because I have posted without filters, and I get very, very rude and negative comments because people don't know me and they don't understand. You guys see a very small glimpse of my life. And
black women, stay out of it. Stay out of the "this is what 50 looks like" challenge. It's not for us, guys, okay? Let's let the other people have it. And while we're at it, make sure you're using your black girl sunscreen.
So good to be back here all. How is my people doing? How is everybody doing on here? I have missed all of you so very, very much. I'm going to give you how we look in 50s, and then I will conclude this with how they look in their 50s.
And I will be 54 in November. So this is what 53 looks like for me.
Black women, stay out of it. Stay out of the "this is what 50 looks like" challenge. It's not for us, guys, okay? Let's let the other people have it. And while we're at it, make sure you're using your black girl sunscreen.
So there's a challenge going around of what 50 looks like. I just turned 50 in November. I'll be 51 in November, obviously. So yeah, this is what it looks like for me.
Black women, stay out of it. Stay out of the "this is what 50 looks like" challenge. It's not for us, guys, okay?
The filter. And it did have a 4K filter to make it brighter. However, here I am. No makeup, no filter. I had a chemical peel on Monday, so my skin is actually peeling. Haven't combed my hair. Staged at home today. Just got finished in 90-degree heat. And I still look like this. So if you're upset that I don't have wrinkles and fine lines and all of the other things that you guys have, it's not my fault that I look like this at 51. And one of the comments said, but so what? You're still black and beautiful. You forgot to add that.
Last night, PC caught the meals. We got so turned last night, bitch. I'm still drunk, so. But we finna set up again, cause it's sick out the meals. It is now 1800, and I am fucked up. Happy Cinco de Mayo. That's what somebody told me is how it's pronounced. I wish y'all nothing but the best.
What's your name?
Philip.
Philip, how old are you?
34. I'm the assistant track coach at Arizona State.
What do you look for in a woman?
Fun, personality, just open to new things.
I'm Tatiana, I'm 25.
Nice to meet you. I said nice to meet you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no.
Tatiana, why did you end up popping your balloon? It's gonna sound ruthless, like, I'm a goofy person, but you just look a little bit too goofy for me.
So the type of man that I'm looking for, he gotta be a 6'5" African giant. He gotta have all the money in the world. He gotta want to take care of me, take care of my family. You know, do the little shebang, you know, and just be a supportive, wholesome man, all in all.
What's the minimum he needs to make?
At least $200,000 a year.
Keep it a bean, just 200?
200 is the minimum. That's the minimum. The like, you know, anything less than that, I'm not taking it.
There's nothing wrong with the Cheesecake Factory for you. What? That's fine for you, but that's not okay for me. That's my preference. I don't want to go to the Cheesecake Factory on the first day. That's why y'all don't get shit, because y'all don't have no fucking standards. You're always gonna accept whatever a nigga gives to you. I don't accept what a nigga gives to me. I'ma tell the nigga what I want, okay?
Like you really just should have paid for all of our food.
For one, I'm not paying for everybody's food. It's your birthday, cool, but I'm not doing that. It's 18. Why do you gotta pay for all y'all food though? You brought 18 things. I'm finna leave you. You staying here with them or you coming with me?
broke nigga. You
Whoa, bro! Just clown niggas on Twitter. Every time niggas is in suit, you got the whole long ass line of black men in suit. I don't know if y'all be seeing that shit, but every time that tweet comes out, it's a lot of hate and backlash for black men wearing suits, black men being doctors, etc. The only time y'all really give a fuck is in 2-3 days out the year or whatever when it's draft day.
These white women, they saw the vision. Yep. They like, look, I see where this is going. They actually work to get these men. They know this is a competition. Yep. I'm going to outcompete the competition and get chosen. This is why they're getting chose.
I love you, black man. I love you, black man. I love you, black man. I love you, black man.
I love you, black man.
I love you, black man. I love you, black man.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem Ruach HaKodesh, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone. Honors as well to the other elders and brethren and fellow believers of this truth. Shalom to you, few sisters. Shalom to the elect. So anyway, I want to go in this video by this woman's channel called Queen of Uganda. And I also took the first clip from Elder Manatazat Ba's video. I believe he got that off TikTok. He do a lot of videos off of there. And this woman said Hebrew Israelites are have hatred, and they're evil and wicked, and that's not the way to be. When all we've ever seen was the black woman promote nothing but hatred and wickedness, and not just outrightly. They will literally train their sons to be helpless, right? They won't even train them up. They will allow them to be dependent, right, on them. And then these same men grow up, and then now these women are looking at the men that they raised. But anyway, I just want to go into this because they had to get the, like, meth addict white woman, I don't know. And it's true, Eve, it's not just because you're melanin. It's because you're an Israelite. Because you got East Indians, they'll look nice, but when they get old, they're aged too. Even some of our people. And really, we're a mixture of all nations, by the way. We're in a bunch of nations. So the ones who do kind of age well, like Wonder Woman from Linda Carter, she probably a Jake. She probably a Eve. Right? So you got Hamitic nations. They don't age well, and they got plenty of melanin. So it's not all just because of melanin. These black women, another thing I want to bring out is how they isolate themselves from the black men. It's all about them, if you notice that. You are our counterparts. You are the weaker vessel to us. So when you really look at it, when you talk about melanin and still looking beautiful, start targeting your men. You notice the black woman is always the main ones that separate us from them, right? And they'll separate the rest of the world from them. But then when it comes to the white woman, that's the threat to them. So they'll have a problem with the white woman. But then the white man, they'll give him all the respect. It's weird, man. And this is from the Dukes of Edom, the Edomite regime. They promoted this feminism, this entitlement, right? Let's go to Isaiah 3. And where am I going to go at? 12. As for my people, children are the oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they were led, which led thee, caused thee to err, and destroy the way of thy paths. This whole system has systematically destroyed us as a nation of people. You don't see the Moabite sexy reds, right, or Glorillas. They only promote this madness in our community. And these same people that claim we on the ADL and we're such a hate group and we hate other nations and religions and cultures, they're destroying us from inside out. When I say they, as a lot of these red pill guys can't say, we talk about the Edomites, right? That's what separates us from all these red pill guys coming up and saying they're just telling the outer layer of the problem. They're not telling the root cause, and they're not saying this is from the Heavenly Father because we sinned against them. But they're the ones promoting that rap and that blue pill R&B now, right? They're promoted that. You got women now thinking they could whip your ass. And then if you turn around and retaliate, all the other men going to jump in. And then in the same woman video, you had Jake sitting up there saying, I love my melanated queens. Well, why don't they talk about the Arab woman that's melanated? They not queens? The Egyptian woman? I'm not talking about ancient Egyptian, modern Egyptian woman, right? Over in Egypt now, which is a mixture, right? What about Sudan? Ain't they melanated women? The ones with the lip plates in their mouth? Ain't they melanated? Like, what the hell is these black women talking about? Like, their melanin is more special than everybody else, especially black men. Like, black men don't have melanin. Our melanin ain't beautiful either. What's up with that? The hell with the black man's melanin is all about the black woman's melanin. This is why I say only the black woman is allowed to be racist and sexist at the same time. She is the worst creature on the planet. And talking about us Hebrew Israelite men. We get together as men to combat the wickedness, and they have a problem with it because we are speaking against the wickedness, right? They want to be in control. So only thing they could do is what they'll do is take you to child support. They're getting mad because black men are marrying white women. They're the only ones allowed to do that, but then they can marry white men. We be at camp and see the so-called black woman, and they're holding the goofiest Edomite's hands. No problem with that. Okay, talk about I forgot what they call it, but man, that is double standards. Anyway, it says, verse 16, moreover, the Lord said, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go and making tingling of their feet. See, this first woman, the first clip that was talking about the Hebrew Israelites, they're all about what they were taught about black community. Black culture is demonic. See, they don't believe that the Lord is coming back. So they want to fight to build to stay here. They have already submitted to Esau, the white man. They've already submitted to him. This is why they say, go along, get along, although no businesses in our community, right? We're not feeding our own people. The book of Deuteronomy says that you shall buy your own water. You shall buy your own food, because the world is our sakes. The black woman do not want us to get into power because she doesn't believe that we will have the power. She will always believe Esau, Edom has the power. And now through feminism, white woman has brought them feminism, by the way. White woman has helped them destroy their community, but yet those same white women are going to black men. Make that make sense. Right? Anyway, the chains and their bracelets, right? Let me say, in that day, the Lord will take away their bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their cauls and their round tires like the moon. See, this is nothing new. You go back to ancient Babylon, the black woman was doing it then. The chains of the bracelets and the mufflers, the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets. They literally got tablets, their phones now, right? And their earrings, the rings and the nose jewels. You see that woman with all that damn makeup on her, not makeup, and tattoos and piercings and all that stuff on her hair, on her face? The black woman is the only one that can go around saying, to do whatever else she want and say, I'm entitled because I'm a queen. You can thank Netta and his white Edomite regime that helped set him up. By the way, that's by the way, the Black Conscious Movement was set up by the British, if I'm not mistaken. But ultimately, Steve Biko, right? He was a a mercenary of Africa, and they converted him to be a Roman Catholic. And to convert him, they set up what you call black culture, right, to help give black culture a voice so they could accept the slavery, right, so they could accept the lifestyle. And this is what all black culture is set up for. We're going to give you black culture. We're going to give you white Jesus. There's a reason why they did that. We're going to give you all these things to keep you the culture so you'll have something to identify with. But it'll be in the mindset of what we give you. This is why Black Lives Matter was set up. So they can infiltrate and they can give you the voice of Black Lives Matter. It was never for black men. And everybody should know that. Because if it was, they'd be marching for the Negroes who shoot each other in the street. Right? That's what they'd be marching for. Let me go to Proverbs real quick. These 6 things, Proverbs 6:16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate. Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look and a lying tongue. Right? This is all Eve do, man. This is all Eve do. A lying-ass tongue. They hate Hebrew Israelites because Hebrew Israelites hate. Let me say, they don't like Hebrew Israelites because Hebrew Israelites hate. All they do is teach hate. They teach hate. But amongst one another, they teach each other to separate themselves from white woman. You know, a white woman you only got to worry about is a black woman, by the way. You got multitudes of nations of women who like so-called black men. It says, and hands that shed innocent blood. Yeah. How did this apply to them? Yeah. Can we say Parent Parenthood? Can we say that? I think we can. How much innocent blood was shed at Parent Parenthood? See, the Edomite regime has organized a way for the black woman to destroy us within. This is all political, by the way. This is diabolical. When you look at the rap music, when you look at the taking the fathers out of the home, then we introduce this. We give you money. We get Negroes to play basketball and box and sports. But we give them to be nothing else. We give them Christianity. But now that we're rising up and being Israelites and we're getting away from the customs of the world, that's what they have a problem with. The Black Panther Party, this woman says she marched with the Black Panther Party. They're racist. Why not a problem with them? Okay. A heart that devises wicked imaginations, feet that are swift to run to mischief. Mischief is a high level of evil. Right? These women will wait and look at a man who's about to graduate or get inducted into to be an athlete. They'll look at that, try to take advantage of it, and it's all about the money, right? They devise wicked imaginations. I don't think it's possible for I'm not saying all the sisters. I'm just saying 90% of the women. I don't think it's possible for them to love anybody. I personally don't see how, right? They love money. And did you see how that woman talked about it? You don't take me to Applebee's or whatever she said. I can't feel sorry for you, Jakes. Whatever Negro mess with that, the scripture says a wicked woman is given a portion to a wicked man. Us as brothers and you sisters, you got to stay far clear of that behavior. Proverbs 4 says, enter not into the path of the wicked, right? Enter not into the path of the wicked. Anyway, 1 Timothy 2:9. In like manner also, the women adorn themselves in modest apparel. All these women probably Christians. Some way, somehow, they say they love Jesus. I guarantee it. With shamefacedness, sobriety, not with broided hair, or gold apparels or costly arrays. Yep. Let me look up shamefaced. We should know what that is, but I just want to look it up. Modest is what it says. Remember I said what the Bible does? It'll say 3 or 4 words in a row, and it means pretty much the same thing. Like in Revelation 7 and 9, when it talks about the Israelites, kindreds, multitudes, peoples, and tongues, it's saying the same thing. You look each of them up, they'll say the same thing. Basically, a separate nation. Kindreds is Israelites, right? Shamefast, modest, humble, virtuous, ashamed of one's behavior. Now, I'll go off at times and be ashamed of my own behavior. Not these women. They could be 450 pounds and they'll say, oh, I'm still beautiful. I've never seen so much vanity. I've never seen so much vanity, man. They could be 450 pounds at 4 foot tall. Right? And they'll still call themselves hottie and bad babes. You know, and you women don't realize, you wicked Eves, you don't realize all this hurt you. And this is what they're doing. They're putting all that melanin on because they're hurt because the men don't really give a damn. Once you hit a certain age, you done hit the wall anyway. Once you hit your mid-30s as a woman, you done hit the wall. Your childhood days are decreasing. Your whole purpose in life was to be a helpmeet, as Genesis 2:18 say. Love your husband and have children. But you've hit the wall. And don't think those bodies that you accumulate, men don't see. It spiritually affects you. That's why, the sisters that come into the truth, we know you got bodies. As they say, you've been with other men. The Lord will have to cleanse you to some degree. But the only way you fully going to get cleansed is, as Malachi say, when the Lord comes with healing in his wings. You can never fully be 100% right at this point. You just can't. And this is why men will always have trouble in the flesh, even with the Hebrew Israelite woman. It's too many spirits. Ecclesiastes 1 and 2. Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher. Vanity of vanities. All is vanity, right? Black woman can't see that. Everything is beautiful to her because the big sloppy jakes with low self-esteems or whatever they look like, they will always uphold that woman to get a piece. Now, if these men, right, was so great and these queen lovers was all about uplifting the black woman, well, why the hell are all the black women lonely? Why don't they have anybody? Why don't these jakes have the black woman? Vanity, that is vanity. Worthless, this is what it means. Do you know what makeup means? I'm not going to look it up. Makeup means to cover something that is used up. In the ancient times, men would have used that in war to cover up the pain. Whatever pain they had. Whatever cuts they had in their face through war. And they would call themselves beautiful. As Solomon said, I'm black and beautiful. Now the woman just took all that on through that Queen of Heaven, virgin birth Mary crap. Right? Emptiness, aimless, right? Falsity, vainglory, foolish pride. It don't mean anything. You can dance around, and this is a community for them to come together and throw oil on. And you notice one thing I notice about all these videos that these women talked about, that it was all about their black melanated skin. Where was their husbands? These women have fell in love with themselves. And your melanin don't mean jack if you ain't got somebody to share that melanin with. Trust me, they did a lot of sharing of melanization, that's for sure. Anyway, Ecclesiastes 26 and 25, a shameless woman shall be counted as a dog. We know what a female dog is, right? But she that shamefaced will fear the Lord. You know what these black women do? I hear them. I don't care about my husband. All I care about is what God has to say. That ain't how that works. That is absolutely how that works. When you fear the Lord, you fear your husband. That's fearing the Lord. That's how you fear the Lord. You fear your husband. That's the order. Let's get that real quick. But I will have you know that the head of every man is the Messiah, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of the Messiah is Yahweh, right? So that's telling you, your Lord is your husband. How many of these women gonna call their husbands Lord like Abraham did? I mean, like Sarah did with Abraham. That tells you they're all phony. They'll call themselves Lord first. They'll allow the black men to call them queens, which queen means harlot. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Shalom.